This week on Dub Weekly, Rick Ross turns his mansion into more than just a car show. Jay Leno pushes for a big win for California classics. Singapore's vending machine delivers Ferraris. An influencer's dream ride gets jacked right before a toy drop. And you know we gotta end it with that crash of the week. Let's break that all down. Lock in. Let's roll. This is Dub Weekly. Rick Ross just hosted the 4th annual Rick Ross Car and Bike Show. And this was more than a car meet. It was a full-on platform for Black-owned businesses, startup brands, and indie artists. Over 200 cars pulled up to the promised land in Fayetteville, Georgia, from candy-painted Chevys to exotic Ferraris. Ross brought out 30-plus vendors, and even the vendor truck with boats, trailers, and RVs lining the front of his mansion. Performances closed out the night with Plies, Nino Breeze, and Rick Ross himself hitting the stage. The event blended automotive culture with entrepreneurship, turning a personal estate into a national spotlight for community and commerce. The boss was hands-on the whole day, meeting vendors, performing, and showing why the event is a labor of love and legacy. This one here is a big win for classic car lovers in California. Lenos Law, officially known as Senate Bill 712, just passed the state Senate with a commanding 32-3 vote. Backed by Jay Leno and Senator Shannon Grove, the bill would exempt cars 35 years or older from smog checks, starting in 2027. It's a big deal for the thousands of gearheads with pristine rides just sitting in the garage because they can't pass modern emissions tests. Don't get it twisted, this isn't a green light to daily drive your carbureted lowrider to the office. To qualify, your car must have historical plates, classic car insurance, and in many cases, to be stored in the secured garage. Translation, this law is aimed at preserved classics, not beaters from the 80s. Jay Leno, who owns one of the most legendary car collections in the country, called it a matter of preserving automotive history, not polluting the streets. These aren't daily drivers, he said. They're history on wheels. Next up, the bill heads to the California Assembly. If it passes, it'll be a huge shift for classic car culture, especially in Southern California where the streets are lined with lowriders, muscle cars, and vintage imports that have been off the road for way too long. This right here is like Carvana, if Carvana had bottle service. Check this out, Singapore just took dealership vibes to a whole new level with the luxury car vending machine. It's called Autobahn Motors, and the setup is wild. A 15-story glass tower holding up to 60 exotic cars, from Ferraris to Lamborghinis to Bentleys and Porsches. Here's how it works. Walk up to a touchscreen, scroll the lineup, tap your pick, your car is delivered via an automated lift system. No sales pressure, no long waits, just convenience, tech, and speed. It's car shopping meets modern architecture, and it might be the future of how we'd buy cars in big cities. What was supposed to be a major milestone for car content creator Autumn Spooner turned into a nightmare. She had just flown into Southern California to celebrate the launch of a die-cast replica of her custom-built Chevy Camaro ZL1, a $150,000 showpiece that had become a standout in the car scene. But while she was still in the air, things took a turn. Autumn's Camaro was stolen while parked at South Coast Plaza in Costa Mesa, where it was being displayed by Jada Toys as part of their new Pink Slips collection. Autumn posted a video saying she was literally on the plane when she got a call that her car had been stolen.
Literally while I was on the plane.
Hours later, followers spotted the car driving east on the 91 freeway, but the purple wrap had been stripped, the plates were gone, and only her Instagram handle remained on the back glass. The die-cast model was part of Jada's 124 scale Pink Slips line. It officially dropped that Saturday, and despite everything, the limited $25 collectible sold out by 7 a.m. Autumn, who also owns a BMW G80 M3 and an E36, has over 500,000 followers. And this story shows just how real the risk can get when your bills leave the garage. That's a wrap on this week's episode of Dub Weekly. But before we go, you know how we do it. It's that crash of the week.